Right. Hello. Welcome to episode 86 of No Holds Barred Pod. That is Sal Dodgson.
And that is Don McGowan. Welcome, everybody, to a very distressing episode of No Holds Barred Pod. It's happened again.
Hashtag Farage Riots 2. Basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where do we start?
Well, have you got anything written down, or do you want to just...
No, it's all in my head from watching it play out over the last, 26 and a half hours.
Yeah, I guess we should start with a sort of background, maybe. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago, the murder of Henry Novak, and he was murdered by a Sikh man, and nothing was really known too much about it up until this week when the conviction was...
Probably because on average 5 people are fatally stabbed every week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Which is going very much underreported.
But the background really is that the police released their body cam a couple of days ago, and that's what's kicked off all the trouble. And it is pretty shocking, to be fair. The police fucked up in a big way because the kid, Henry, said, "I've been stabbed." And there's audio of one of the policemen going, "Don't think you have, mate." And I was like, ooh, that's pretty damning. They handcuffed him, which is not against police procedure, because they think if there's been an incident, if they didn't think he'd been stabbed, handcuffing him was probably normal. But the fact that he had been stabbed multiple times,
he couldn't get up off the floor, so I think handcuffing him was probably unnecessary.
Yeah, I think it was.
There were many problems with that course of events.
Yeah, it was huge. Yeah,
but ultimately, it comes down to lack of police professionalism.
Yeah,
in that one isolated incident.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we know the police have institutional and fundamental issues, but that comes down to austerity and cuts.
Yeah, definitely.
In and of this particular case, the police have got a lot to answer for. The guy has now resigned.
Yeah,
and has to live with it for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
But as the family have clearly concluded, although Henry's treatment was abhorrent and disgraceful, it would not have changed the outcome. That kid was bleeding out from within.
Yeah, exactly. He needed immediate attention.
They could have treated him a lot better, but it wouldn't have changed the outcome.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The natural course of legal events has taken place. He has been given what amounts to a life sentence, and he cannot apply for parole before 20 years is up. He will be released in 20 years. That's the very first time he can apply for a parole. It is being utterly twisted to fit the racist narrative.
Yeah. So that's the background, and that's the facts of the matter, is exactly what Sal just laid out there, and everything took place and has occurred as it should do within the justice system in the country. There's arguments about life, meaning life, and all that sort of shit, but in this case, he got the maximum that the judge could impose, which is just shy of 21 years. And as you say, he can't get parole before that. So, yeah. Now what happened yesterday was Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson got involved in the situation again, didn't they?
Trauma thieves.
Trauma thieves, yeah. You used that a couple of weeks ago, and that's such a good phrase for this instance, because the Novak family made a clear, unambiguous statement saying, we do not want the death of Henry to be weaponized to cause trouble or any kind of racial
I've got the quote here if you want me to read it.
Have you got the quote? Yeah, read the exact quote if you've got it. Yeah.
He said several things. He said, Henry did not die with dignity. He did not die with the care he deserved. The way he was treated was inhumane and degrading. We hold Vikram Digwa solely and 100% responsible for the brutal murder of our son, but Henry should not have died on the streets of Southampton in police custody. We do not want his death to be used to create further division, hatred or tension. We want his story to make our streets safer for everyone. We are calling on the government to treat knife crime as the national emergency that it is. This doesn't mean knee-jerk reactions. This doesn't mean going to extremes. As the case for the prosecution summed up in court, this is not a case about Sikhism. This is not a case about racism. This is a case about murder. People should not be able to walk openly through the streets of Britain carrying a 21-centimetre blade. As a family, we will not let this go.
Yeah.
And I imagine what he means by that is he will be referring, taking the case to the IPCC, as should probably be happening regardless. But
it is happening as far as I understand. I think it's an automatic thing. It's been referred. But no, that's I mean, it's fully unambiguous. Like, they were like, this is a knife crime incident. This is a murder. This isn't a racist incident. This isn't about race or anything else. This is purely
about the family's wishes.
Well, it's not now, is it? It's been well and truly taken out of their hands. So Nigel Farage, yesterday we didn't record because it was raining, and lovely countryside that I live in, we don't get internet sometimes when it rains. I didn't even have power.
2026.
Yeah, I didn't have any power for going on for about 5 hours on and off yesterday afternoon. So, but Nigel Farage put a tweet out, I think about 7 o'clock yesterday morning, if I'm right, and said, I will be making an emergency address to the nation at 8 a.m. Was it the night before? Right, okay. I'm making an emergency address to the nation at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Right, what? Who the fuck are you? You're not the Prime Minister. Back down. So he came up on his country estate, wherever he's hiding, with plenty of sheep and Cotswold stone in the background, and made this address in which he called for cold rage. Am I right in that?
Cold hard rage.
Cold hard rage.
I think.
Yeah, that's it. And believed over the two-tier policing he believed to have happened in the Henry Novak case.
He's already under investigation by the Attorney General for already crying two-tier policing over somebody else's case.
Over the Manchester police incident, yeah.
And he has now taken it upon himself to report the Novak case to the Attorney General. That would seem to me to be a clear conflict of interest, all things considered.
This is conflagration of things with Nigel Farage, this sort of sense of entitlement, this self of grandeur. He thinks he's above everyone else, but also that he's like what's the analogy? Like a duck on a pond. Well, no, I was going to say, like, he looks calm on the outside, but underneath he's pedaling like fuck, because he's in big fucking trouble, and he knows he's
not
in big
enough trouble. There will be no trouble big enough for that prick.
Well, yeah, on those, I agree. But potentially he's losing his job as an MP if all of these things come to pass. He's under investigation for 3 things we talked about on the last episode. Yeah,
it's that word if, isn't it?
Well, he's definitely I think that the £5 million is going to be the one that gets him. I think he'll get.
That's why all this is happening, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what he's doing. I think
distraction. Regardless the cost to anybody else, people will die eventually.
Yeah. He's going to get handed down a 10-day suspension. Yeah. Again,
and what are they doing about it? Absolutely, Jack. Arresting grannies trying to oppose genocide that we are aiding and abetting.
No, I've got.
It's insane.
I forgot to put it in my notes, but there's a clip of Ryan Bridge and one of his mates in Shrewsbury last weekend, like literally trying to push people out into the road and knocking phones out of people's hands. Like, do you not think you're in big enough shit, boys? Like, settle down. But anyway, I reckon Farage is going to get a 10-day suspension and have a recall. So he's going to end up, and I think that might trigger an avalanche of Reform UK.
I hope you're right.
Collapse. I hope I'm right as well. But what's happened though? Go on.
Oh no, I was just going to mention for what it's worth. Nick reported him to the police yesterday for inciting the riots with his video before the riots even started, because it was so obvious what he was doing.
Yeah.
Then this morning I heard word that they're trying to start a demo on County Road, which is where 2 years ago they burnt a library down. How does that help anyone, you mental thugs?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I reported them to Merseyside Police for the same thing. I mean, just on the off chance that we can get enough people to do it, that they close them down rather than let them go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough.
What else have we got? And for another thing, having been at the counter demos in 2024, I don't know that I'd do that again, because it would appear from where I'm stood that all they want is to be really angry. They love it.
Yeah.
They love the dysregulation and the being able to like scream and shout and be heard, and the opportunity to cause violence because they think it's all in a good cause, because they're absolutely in a cult, because they've been lied to so much and they don't have the wherewithal to go and fact check anything. And standing in their faces, telling them they're wrong, is just inflaming them.
Yeah, you might be right.
And it doesn't help us either. I think we'd be better doing a separate demo of our own in a separate place where people can come and learn about the left and the things they don't understand and how they've been lied to, where everyone can have stalls, we can have music playing, make a nice day of it, and leave them to their hate and anger.
Yeah, I get it. I understand that totally. Yeah, I don't know.
Leave them to the police, let them get arrested, let them ruin their lives with a criminal record.
Yeah, talking of which, I saw Lucy Connolly was like, as it was all going on last night, I only saw it this morning, but she was actively kind of like...
the voice of an imbecile. Shouting
down the police. It's like, God, Jesus, woman, have you not learned your lesson? Like, but I think I saw a clip from Newsnight last night, and I can't remember the man's name, but it was Layla Cunningham was on, and
I saw, he was really good.
Leroy, someone his name was, wasn't he? And he was talking about, he basically told Layla Cunningham to shut the fuck up. He didn't swear at her, but he was like, "You've got no idea."
You're an idiot.
She was talking about anti-white racism and all this bullshit, and but he sort of said something about, you know, how people in the media and prominent figures need to be careful of their words and choose their words carefully when they talk about things like this. But Nigel Farage did choose his words very carefully yesterday. He knew exactly what he was saying.
Very deliberately.
Yeah, that's the point, isn't it? He deliberately chose to make that happen yesterday. So, you know, you can tell people to be careful about their words, but if people like Farage and Tommy Robinson are specifically choosing words in order to cause a riot, which is what happened again...
They seem to be working together again, don't they?
It looks a bit that way, doesn't it?
But then they do have the same paymasters, so...
Yeah, very true. But, yeah, Tommy Robinson was actually there last night, wasn't he? So clearly ISIS aren't after him anymore, but he must have paid off ISIS. But yeah, I mean, it's just how that man isn't in jail, fuck knows, because like...
Keir Starmer's a gutless freak. That's why he's not in jail.
Surely...
He should be prescribed. They should all be prescribed.
I don't know why he's not. But he could be arrested on so many different things.
He could, but who pays Tommy Robinson?
David Shillman, mainly.
And who pays the government?
Yeah, I know, but I don't think it comes down
to that.
And who
pays Farage? All the same fucking people. Do you see the connection? It's fucking insane. We're occupied.
Farage is paid by Iran at the moment, and
he's paid by everyone. He's got 56 jobs, hasn't he? Because he's a greedy psychopath.
I know, he really is. So
but
it's just very, very sad.
I'm not saying he's being directly paid by Israel, but I am saying that reform is a Project 2025 project, and Project 2025 is part of the Israel plan.
Well, yeah,
and there is no denying any of that.
No, that's true. That's true. We're going to come on to a bit
all
about that in a minute.
Roads lead back to a parasite state on this planet. And I know that because we are completely infected by it.
And
I speak obviously about cryonism, nothing else. Ethno-nationalism is a scourge of humanity.
We've got a bit about Cenk Uygur in a bit as well, who was recently been denied entry. And Hassan Piker, who's I didn't realise until yesterday.
It's all part of the same thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I didn't know that,
I've been following them both for a long time.
Yeah. I know of them. I don't know
Yeah.
too much about them. But
Cenk was one of the original founders of the Young Turks network.
Young Turks, yeah. I had a read about them yesterday. But anyway, I don't know where this goes with the writing. I don't think it will carry on. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I just don't, because they missed their window. It has to be sunny weather for this shit to carry on. It's like a psychological fucking. It's been scientifically studied for riots to occur, like prolonged.
I don't believe it. I know, because when you turn up and the demos in this weather, there's barely any bugger there. Like the Britain First thing.
Like if they'd done it last week when it was 35 degrees.
The Britain First and the UKIPers in Liverpool, there was only about 40 of them. And that was a cracking day. So,
yeah, I just think that sort of civil unrest thing it lasts a lot longer if it's like prolonged sunny weather as well. You know, like the riots in 2011 and 2024.
Again, I hope you're right. I do. I mean, I think
I.
The good weather definitely increases drinking, which would
exactly.
in turn,
all that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just allows them to be outside a lot longer and not, if it's fucking pissing it down again.
But last night in Southampton was outrageous.
I mean, it was. They were throwing bins at
destroying neighbourhoods,
destroying people's
bricking themselves
walls. Again, fighting with each other.
Did you see the kid getting hit by the traffic cone?
No, I missed that one.
I saw one video, like they were on some sort of like a bank, a green bank of like a small hill, a verge,
knoll?
Like a big verge, but they were about 12 foot above the people on the pavement.
Right.
And some bloke just got this traffic cone and tried to hoof it right at the police windscreen, police van, and hit one of their own, absolutely split his head open, knocked him out.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's the brick in the balls moment again, isn't it? Yeah. They're not bright. That's the problem. I saw them trying to push a skip, a wheelie skip thing on fire towards the police, but it wasn't really on fire. The police just kind of pulled it behind their barriers and yeah, exactly.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah. I know. Although it was awful, I mean, let's hope. I just hope it doesn't carry on, but I think the weather will put kibosh on it. It often does with these things.
But
it depends what Tommy Robinson and Farage do.
I just don't understand how Farage is walking around.
No, I know. He should be nicked for that. He should at least be questioned for it.
He escaped, didn't he?
Yeah, he died in Germany.
Did he get hanged in the end?
Can't remember. Don't know.
I'm just trying to think of the last politician that got sent to prison, and I can't.
Jeffrey Archer?
But if that's the case, that's like 30 years ago.
No, there's been others since then, I think. But MPs, let's Google it.
Go on, you do that. I'll save my page.
Yeah, Farage at least has to have a knock on the door for this because, it's so blatant, as you said earlier. And it really is just, he can't be allowed to get away with this shit because this is not his first offence, is it? Oh, fuck me. Sorry. Go to the House of Commons website and it gives you an Excel spreadsheet. That's not what I want. Oh no, this is
just some handy little person to have written the list down, don't you?
Yeah, Wikipedia's got it, but it's in alphabetical order. Oh yeah, BBC, Politics Home, maybe. I don't know. Elliot Morley, Chris Huhne. Doesn't give you dates on this though. Chris Huhne wasn't that long ago. Oh, okay. So the last one was Fiona Onasanya, who was a member for Peterborough, was booted out of the Labour Party. When was this written? 2000 and... Oh, that's handy. 2019 this was written, sorry. She was convicted of... She was put in jail for 3 months. She was the first sitting MP to be jailed in 28 years. That was in 2019. It was the first speeding offence.
Then take into account everything that happened over COVID with Michelle Mone and all those horrible, horrible bastards making money off death.
I know.
This uniparty shit has got to end. This illusion of democracy, this establishment stranglehold. It's psychotic.
Mm. Yeah. Just, I don't know. I can't think what to say about this Farage any more than we've said, because if he doesn't get questioned, then what's the fucking point? Like, we're done here, aren't we? If he doesn't even get a knock on the door about this, because it's so fucking blatant, and we can complain as much as we want to the police, but if there's not even a knock at the door, then he's done. He's untouchable, I'd say. So
It doesn't fill you with hope, does it? I've had so many, like, should I just
not
walk
much.
away moments lately.
Yeah. No, I get it every now and again, but it's when it spills out like it did last night into like real life danger and real life consequences. You know, we can talk about the £5 million all day long, but it doesn't touch us like by us. I mean the public. It doesn't touch us sort of immediately, whereas fucking
Directly,
rioting really does.
yeah.
So when it spills out into that kind of real life criminality, whatever you want to call it, that's when that's when it gets hard to sort of take it all in. I think that's, everything else is sort of at arm's length.
Unstable, irrational behaviour that is a danger to the public.
Yeah.
Oh, but they made 2 arrests, they announced this morning.
Is that all? Yeah. I mean, they will arrest more people.
I reckon there were more police injured than they made arrests.
Probably.
And they'll go back on CCTV and pick a couple of them up. But
yeah. They do that more than anything nowadays, don't they? They tend to not arrest people at the scene.
So they don't have the numbers,
etc. Yeah, exactly. They just
etc.
have loads of cameras and then go back and retrospectively nick people. But I agree, they should be able to have enough people there at the time to just put them in vans and take them away. But we don't, So, what else is there to say? I mean, should we move on to another subject? Because I don't know what else we can say about it unless anything else
this space,
happens.
Haven't we?
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully Farage gets his collar felt, as they used to say.
But like you said, because it touches us all directly in the street, everyone can go and report Farage's hate crime to your local police online. It took me 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
And if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a general website reporting thing, but if not,
Well, no, if you go to your local police, you can report a crime online. Yeah.
Oh, fine. There we go. Just do that then.
You've seen it at 8 a.m. on the 2nd of June. He was inciting riots. He used this phrase, I don't want my area to be destroyed yet again by these thugs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. That's fair enough. Do that, everyone, please. Yeah, so do you want to talk about a bit more about Reform's bad times that they're having at the moment?
Oh, I mean, they're having an absolute shocker, which is nice. Yeah, let's talk about their inability to lie straight in bed. I mean, I need to see Robert Kenyon's birth certificate to know that's his real name at this point.
Yeah, nothing about him seems to be valid. But I unearthed his novel a few weeks ago, didn't I? And we talked about it briefly on the podcast before there's another breaking news thing that we got before everyone else. But anyway, Sal has found a quote from the book, which is worth a read.
I'm going to do my Charles Dance bit because it's just, and I'll read it as it's written.
Yeah.
With or without the, what's the word I'm looking for?
Don't know.
I've gone brain dead. You'll know what I mean in a minute.
Okay.
I should title the book, shouldn't I? What was it called? The Dead Blood Nazi or something?
I think it was blood. No, not blood libel. That's the Jewish thing. Blood. I'll find it. You read it and I'll find the title.
Okay. It's going to be hard. Right.
You can do it.
Corporal Bradley Clyde hails from a small mining village called Haydock in St Helens in the county of Lancashire. Clyde is in his early 30s and had joined the Royal Engineers at the same time as Carl, and over the years have become extremely close friends due to them coming from a similar background where both of their fathers had been put out of work when the coal mines closed in the early 90s. It's a comma there.
Yeah, okay.
They both came from working class backgrounds, as most regular soldiers did, but they both played and loved rugby league, with Carl being a fan of Castleford and Clyde supporting Wigan. Rob
Brilliant.
Kenyon, the blood Nazi soldier or something or other.
The blood waltz.
Oh, my mistake.
May as well be, though. I mean, honestly. I mean, it's good for a laugh, isn't it? But
that's not even GCSE level.
No, it's not. It's barely like primary school level, isn't it? But it's like when I read out the précis of it a couple of weeks ago when I found it, and it's like Bradley Clyde has accidentally time travelled back to northern France, etc., and then falls in love with a Gestapo investigator's wife. It's like so on the nose. But then when you actually read that bit of it, it's completely lifted from his own life. So it's about him becoming a Nazi. That's the book. How on the nose can that be? Oh,
were Nazis entirely disingenuous too? I mean, I'm assuming they were.
Yeah, I think so for the most part. But he's such a weird guy. I'd
like to recommend everybody go and watch his interview with Chris Mason because it is absolute comedy gold. You've never seen anyone fail so hard in your life.
Yeah, I'll put a link into the full clip because I've got the full clip, and it's worth watching. But the striking thing for me about that was that Chris Mason basically interviewed him as if he was talking to a 6-year-old. And fed him the questions really slowly, and he still fucked up every question. Like, he'd been preloaded with the questions, told the answers, like everything it was on a plate, and he still got it wrong. It's like
he was this week old when he learned about the word crass.
Yeah, exactly. He just said it. He didn't know what it meant. Someone had told him to say it, didn't he? That was the crass comments about
but he was like, you've said some things that could be construed as misogynistic, and his answer to that was, well, if you go to a bar next door, you'll hear people saying a lot worse. They're not trying to become an MP, you fucking brainless wasp.
The benchmark for being an MP should be higher than, some people swear and some people hate women. It's just fucking terrible. It's like, I don't even know. He's trying to fit in with his Farage template of being man of the people, which is obviously, that's why they picked him, because he's this working class plumber. Fine. But you need...
Is he, though? He's definitely working class. Plumber?
Yeah, that's debatable. But it only really works if you've got a modicum of intelligence. Farage is an intelligent man, love him or loathe him. He's got some brains on him, and obviously gigantically wealthy. Yeah, but you need to be intelligent to be able to be successfully manipulative, even though it's a terrible thing, don't you? Did I say that right?
Only if you're not intelligent to get through life without being manipulative.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, it was just drinking pints in pubs and sort of telling the BBC that folks swear or go around the corner, you'll hear much worse. That's not good enough. It's just not good enough to be an MP. It's not good enough to be a local councillor. It's barely good enough to be a fucking plumber. So, yeah, I don't know. It's
St Helens all over again, isn't it? Which is ironic because, he's from St Helens.
He is, yeah, he is. Which was another thing he lied about. Because he told everyone that he was from Makerfield, going back 200 years. As we're recording on Wednesday morning, it's not tonight, it's tomorrow night, question time.
No, it's not.
Is it a Wednesday? Is it a strange one?
I think it's on
for local elections.
On the news on a Wednesday.
Right.
And then they put it out on a Thursday night. I could be wrong. Okay. I think I did it once because I couldn't figure out how people were watching it earlier, ages ago. But yeah, it's either tomorrow night, but I think it's like 8 o'clock on iPlayer on
right tonight.
BBC News or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Question Time is a Makerfield special, and they've got 5 candidates, including Robert Kenyon. I can't wait, honestly. I don't watch Question Time so much anymore because it's just, what's the point? But
I'm
this
treating
one will be
myself some
worth
butterkist.
exactly.
It's going to be epic.
I go shopping after we finish recording. I'm going to get a load of popcorn in as well. Yeah. I mean, it is going to be, he's just going to get destroyed, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he was,
I mean, there's at least 3 decent brains on there, I would think. So.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And, if you can't get through the softest of soap interviews from Chris Mason, where you know all the questions and you're asked like a literal toddler, he's going to get himself in all sorts of trouble, I reckon. So, yeah, it'd be well worth watching.
We've all been calling for hustings. Nobody could have envisaged this.
I know. It's like the best thing you could have asked for.
I wish Burnham would, though.
What?
I wish Burnham would push for hustings.
Oh, yeah, a proper one. I know. I mean, how long we got left? We've still got nearly 3 weeks, just under 3 weeks, isn't it? Or is it 3 weeks tomorrow, the
day
election?
Is it?
So it's the 18th or whatever it is.
Oh.
So in 3 weeks tomorrow it'll be, wouldn't it? So there is time to do it for hustings.
So I'm going down to Hastings.
Ah, right, okay. But yeah, make sure you check that out on the telly or on the iPlayer when it's out, because
I'll go down the day before.
Oh, wait, okay.
With my trusty camera and some sort of microphone.
Yeah.
Have you been hiding in Montenegro, Nigel?
It definitely didn't look. I mean, it could have been Montenegro, the backdrop of him yesterday, couldn't it? Some nice fields and some sheep.
It'll be on one of his fucking knobhead benefactors' piles, won't it? Didn't you say it was Clarkson's place?
No, I don't know where it is. No, but it'll be J.C. Bamford. J.C. Bamford? Lord Bamford's estate. Yeah, probably something like that. Where he's been bunkered up, hiding for about a month. I was just going to say that. It's been about a month since he's made a proper public appearance, like as in front of humans and asked any questions. And I was looking the other day thinking, is there a minimum attendance rule for MPs? But there isn't.
See Madden ads. Which, there's another thing. You think you really would want to police yourselves better? I would.
Yeah. But
it's disgusting.
He's just dug himself a hole so deep that I'm not sure he can even talk his way out of it. These 5 massive lies about the 5 million quid, and now this thing with the riots. I mean,
he's dug his own hole happily. I think and gleefully. Fuck him.
Was it the London Economic, or is that what they're called? London Economics on Twitter. They put out an article yesterday. I'll find it and link it in the show notes. But he's not. Well, as of Sunday, he hadn't turned up to 77 votes in Parliament, and he wasn't there yesterday or Tuesday or Monday. So
he didn't turn up to the Henry Novak address in the House of Commons.
That's it,
yesterday,
exactly.
Did he?
Yeah, he wasn't there. So we must be into the 80s now of votes he's missed in Parliament. Like, we're paying him. We are, as taxpayers, £93,000 a year to do a job in Parliament, and he just doesn't do it. But there's no rules. I know I did double check this. There are no minimum attendance rules for MPs.
It's not good enough. None of it.
There really should be. I know.
They're just exploiting their own. Oh. I wish I knew what the answer was. I don't think there is a quick one, though.
No. 2 other things I had for reform this week, which I think are kind of pertinent. Well, they're just reform bullshit, really. But on Sunday, with the help of the Sunday Telegraph, Nigel Farage had an article put out that he'd been barred from Desert Island Discs. And it was like I think it was like front page on the Telegraph website for a bit, and then it spread around and everyone started talking about it at LBC. Farage has been barred from Desert Island Discs.
Has he never done it?
He's never done it, but he's claiming it's because the BBC barred him. But then the BBC released a statement on Monday saying, "We do not ban any individuals from appearing on Desert Island Discs, and that includes Mr. Farage." So
we just don't invite them on if they're an absolute see you next Tuesday.
Exactly. But he's just chucking any old shit out, like fucking Desert Island Discs, to deflect from this now. It's
from his £5 million that was illegally sent to him that he didn't declare.
Yeah. given to him by Chakrit Sakunkrit, a.k.a. Christopher Harborne. Yeah.
Notwithstanding, Lord Bamford still owes £500 million.
He does. He's been
To
investigated
HMRC.
still for that, yeah. And then the last thing I saw, do you watch Britain's Got Talent?
No.
I'm kind of forced into it.
Largely because it's very rarely anyone from Britain that wins, which seems to negate the title for me. Call me.
Well, it was this year. It was this year, and
it's a nice change.
Well, it was the Hawkstone Family Choir won it. They shouldn't have won it, in my opinion. I think there were much better acts in the final, but I don't mind Britain Got Talent. Now they've got KSI on. I quite like KSI as a judge. Anyway, he's just stupid. But anyway, the Hawkstone Family Choir, I sort of noticed them a few weeks ago because within that choir is one of my son's old primary school teachers. She's in the actual choir, Mrs. Hughes. And so he was very excited when he saw his old teacher on the telly. And then they went on and won it. But they're a collection of farmers from up and down the country and they're very good singers too. I've got to be, they're good at what they do. But they were put together by Jeremy Clarkson to highlight the plight of farmers' mental health. That was the whole point of and so they had the backstory on, how farmers suffer with mental health and how it's okay to talk about it, which is good message, But then Clarkson came out on Sunday, the day after his farming collective won Britain's Got Talent on the back of positive mental health, and said that he was basically saying that all young farmers should be voting for Reform UK. Like, what? Reform UK are going to decimate, or they're just going to destroy mental health services.
Trauma thieves.
Yeah. I can't believe it. Like,
it's disgusting.
So this choir associated with Jeremy Clarkson, put together by Jeremy Clarkson, on the back of espousing positive mental health and how it's safe and the right thing to do to talk about your anxieties, won. And then the day after, he was out on the Times doing an interview with the Times radio saying young farmers should back Reform UK.
Kind of feel like I could bring it full circle right now.
Go for it.
So, as you know, Don, yesterday I got a phone call from one of my son's friends who I've spoken about before on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a good kid, grew up in a decent family, had to change schools at 13 because of racism, ended up being part of a great big gang of school kids that turned up for a fight and wasn't part of it but got stabbed anyway. And has since then had enormous issues with social anxiety and his mental health in general. Went through school, qualified, he's got himself qualified, he works on contract for Network Rail now. He's doing really well for himself otherwise. And then he had a series of stupid events happened and it crashed him and he couldn't sleep and he was incredibly dysregulated. And like a responsible person, he took himself to the walk-in. And then they sent him somewhere else, and then they sent him somewhere else, and then they sent him somewhere else. And in the end, he broke down at Wiston Hospital and was arrested and charged with public affray. When he was arrested, he had his head slammed on the concrete floor. And then he was sectioned, which was all he was asking for in the fucking first place.
Yeah.
So I bring you the mental health police and the right-wing effect in a nutshell.
All in one story. Yeah, it's really
deplorable.
Sad. It's really
and I
sad.
hope he sues the backside off them. Literally going to try and get help for his head.
Yeah.
Which is then smashed into concrete.
Is he okay
what
now?
Other area of society? He's still sectioned. He rang me and asked me to go to his hearing on Friday.
Is he physically recovered from it now? Like the injuries or whatever?
I don't really know. He sounded... He was okay, but he was clearly very drowsy. They've drugged him up. He needed the respite. He was desperate for it.
Yeah.
But now he's had enough. But because he's sectioned, that correctly, in my view, isn't his decision.
No, fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, I do believe he's instructed solicitors. And, you know, being charged with, what was it, disturbing the peace in a hospital.
Yeah.
Right, so he's not charged with assault.
No.
He's not charged with criminal damage.
It's such bullshit.
So other than displaying symptoms of mental health issues, what the fuck was he doing and why have you criminalised him for it?
Yeah, that's nuts.
This country disgusts me. I'm sorry, I'm so burnt out and tired of everything. That's why I look terrible today. That and it's the morning. But it's I just don't know where it ends and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, I would normally be absolutely devastated by this, but it happened to my friend's brother. He got imprisoned for being schizophrenic. For like 6 months.
It happens a lot.
It's deplorable. I despise it, and if I had the means, I would emigrate immediately. But I haven't, and I can't, so here we are. It's interminable.
We have to keep doing this then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's... I think we're going to end it there for this episode. It's not the nicest of episodes, but I think everything we talked about is crucial, and we need to speak about it more. Yeah, completely. Yeah, 100%. We'll come back to the different things we've talked about, because I think everything that in this episode we've mentioned it needs ending somehow, so we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll update as and when it happens. But with that, I think let's say goodbye for now, and we'll speak to you soon.
Well, if we could ask first, could you like, share, subscribe, please? And we will be recording another rep straight after this, and there will be more upbeat things in that. So,
there will. Come back for some slightly more cheery content.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.